Crazy. Okay.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to It Be Like That podcast. And today we have Jordan Air Young.
Hello, hello. What's up, everybody?
I'm
Great
super
to have you.
excited to have you.
What's
Do you want to introduce yourself to the audience?
up, everybody? My name is Jordan Air Young. Yeah, I
Yeah.
make music and things of that nature. And first and foremost, I'm a man of God. So
Amen.
that's where all the credit come from. I can't take no credit for nothing. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, you were on a TV show called The Rap Game. What was the audition process like for you?
So I was 13 years old when this process started for me. Um, I don't know who else. There might have been a couple other cast members of all seasons, but I didn't audition for it. Um, I was actually on posting on Instagram every single day, tagging JD. And like Instagram used to be different. When you used hashtags back then, it was like the top 5 posts or so. So like I just try to stay in there, like on those top posts. And yeah, they ended up reaching out to me. I remember being in school, I was in class, and Adam reached out to me. And I thought it was fake. I really did. Like I thought it was like a scam or something. And then like later that night, JD messaged me and was like, "Hey, make sure you get on this." Do 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 do. So that was kind of how that came about.
Okay. Okay. How did being on the show challenge you as an artist?
Oh goodness gracious. Many of ways. So I was fresh, I didn't do anything. I've never performed for real. It was just in my room, kind of writing raps and stuff. But I used to rap at school and little talent shows and stuff like that. So that was my only experience. So I would say, in terms of learning the professional side of stuff, like, oh, don't waste people's time. Don't be scared. On the show, you see me forget my lyrics the first couple of weeks and like stuff like that, where you start picking up the muscle of, um, you know, taking it serious and, you know, just displaying whatever you have to display. So, yeah, it was very challenging. Very
Okay.
challenging.
Okay. What was it like working with Jermaine Dupri and the other mentors?
Jermaine Dupri is an amazing individual. Even to this day, he's a great, we talk from time to time. And he's just, outside of music even, he's just a great guy. Yeah, he has his talent, his God-given talent is to spot it, to see stuff in people that they may not see in themselves. So even to this day, like I said, it's been years and I'm 23 now. So it's like, he's still one of those mentors for sure where, yeah, just pull something out of you you may not see in yourself.
Yeah.
Brian Michael Cox, when I was there, that was the only time I really was with him. He was very tough. Very tough. Great guy, amazing guy, extremely talented. Like one of the craziest people I've ever seen work. But like he was the like good cop, bad cop kind of moment. Like JD was like not saying too much, and he would tell you like, hey, you need to take this serious.
Mhm.
So I think both are very healthy, and you need them to like surpass what you're used to. But
Okay.
yeah.
Um, who are you the closest with on the show, and do you still keep in contact with them or anyone?
Yeah, I try to stay in touch with most everybody. But I definitely don't talk to everybody. Everybody got their own little lives going on. But everybody from my show, I still keep in contact with. Street, Ricky, Rapunzel, Bree. We were all pretty close. Like even outside the show, while we were there, we used to go out and do stuff all the time. Before I met them, though, it was Roscoe, Dreek Jones. He goes by Dreek now, so King Roscoe. He would call me and be like, hey, like try to whisper and tell me like little insider stuff, and he kept me in the loop. Nova too. I was really cool with Nova
Okay.
when they first started their season. That's another story I could tell you about the
Yeah.
audition process. I was supposed to
Yeah.
be on season 3.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was supposed to be on season 3. I was 13 when they first hit me up. I was turning 14. They flew me and my mom out, and we went and we did the whole process. And it was like the day before we were finna go to the house, they brought back Tally. Tally took my spot.
Oh.
Tally took my spot, so they were like, "Hey, we're guaranteed you for next season, but you're not gonna be able to do this one, whatever." So we had to come back home, and that was depressing. Oh my god, it was so depressing because you don't know if it's gonna happen again. Like we were already there. I was like, "Dang, this is so surreal and all this stuff," and I had to go back home for another 7 months, and I turning 15 by the time I get to season 4. So it was like it was years of a process, but yeah, you gotta reel me in sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, I
Yeah.
can brain talk.
No, you're good. You're good. Um, um, let's see. What's the biggest lesson you took away from your experience on the show?
The biggest lesson I took, is to always be a willing student. Always be a willing student. Always. It's something that like the show didn't even just change me in music stuff. It taught me about like life, like how to don't act overly like you know something. 16, you get on a show. I feel like you can't tell me nothing. I did. Unfortunately, like
Yeah.
I'm still human. We're all human, and like I did have those moments where like I know what I'm doing, and then it's like, oh dang, you're listening to someone that's actually successful in this. Like, shut up and listen. And that was one of the biggest things: being likable, learning how to be approachable, and that stuff matters because nobody likes you. They don't want to work with you.
Mhm.
It's kind of like, even if I like a 9 to 5 job, if the person you don't like, I don't really want to talk to you. I don't really want to be around you. It just applies. So I would say that, and also taking it serious, like just really believing in it. Um, the energy of it is so important. But yeah, in a nutshell, I would say that. Mhm.
Um, who are your biggest musical inspirations?
So this one I'm gonna have to look at because I look when I tell you I wrote it down. Because I have so many, and there's so many more than this. But
Yeah.
I say Post Malone, The Weeknd, Don Toliver, Tyler the Creator. I love Tyler. Tyler's my favorite. Tyler's my favorite.
I love him.
J. Cole,
Yeah.
Kendrick, Drake, Brent Fayez, Justin Bieber, Pharrell, Justin Timberlake, Bryson Tiller, Chris Brown, Frank Ocean, Travis, Kanye, Madrid Jordan, Trippie Redd, Outkast, Ray Sherman. I can keep going. Wiz Khalifa. I got so many. I love music. So like I would say Don Toliver and Tyler Creator, like Justin Bieber, like my real favorites right now.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it kind of changes as I grow up. Yeah, for sure. Who's some of your favorites? Who do you like?
Mine was like, well, since I was like 3, it was definitely like Kanye. I grew up on what was it? Graduation.
Gotcha.
The
Yeah,
album was amazing.
yeah.
Michael Jackson,
Okay.
Justin Bieber. I had my Justin Bieber phase. I can't lie.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
love JB. I love JB.
yeah. I have so many.
Yeah, that's why I had to write
It's
it down because I.
yeah, it's so many.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
um,
love JB. Kanye, I think Kanye is the greatest
yeah,
artist
yeah,
in my opinion. Like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He's
Yeah, he's great.
it's crazy. Let's see, like, well, I guess this says, are there any artists you'd love to collaborate with? So I'm guessing all of them.
Yeah,
You would.
it is a different answer because these are
Oh,
more
okay,
like
okay.
shout out to my mentor Pendrick.
Mhm.
He's with like Disney. I can't say too much about that, but like I'm working with a songwriter and stuff. So some things are more tangible than others. But like people I know that could happen is
Yeah.
Tyler, Don Toliver, Justin Bieber, Post Malone, and Sway Lee. Like I would love to work with them.
Yes.
Like absolutely love to work with them. And God willing, I'm gonna keep putting in the work. That can happen.
It's
So we're gonna try to
gonna
follow
happen. It's gonna happen for sure.
that.
Um, how do you balance music with your personal life?
So this one was interesting. This one's very interesting because I honestly think it's the other way for me. Like I try to balance my personal life around music. Because like I said, I'm ADHD. I could go off the walls, and when I'm here,
Mhm.
like it's most of my time. I'm really like a nerd, and I geek out over every single day, and I spend a lot of time like even if it's trash, like I'll be working on some new stuff, and Might be super trash, but like whether it's good or not, whatever, I'm just always in here. So picking up the phone and calling my mama,
Yeah.
you know, reaching out to my family and stuff, and like I have loved ones to bring me back to earth sometimes.
Mhm.
So I think that's my answer.
I forgot to ask, your mom was on the show as well. What
Yeah.
was that like? Like, how was that?
Um. So there's like a little insider. Like I always told my mama since a kid, like I'm gonna take care of you, mama. Not a son husband, but
Mhm.
like I always just wanted to do stuff like that, man. Like I used to tell her I'm gonna get you a crib with a library in it because I know she likes books. So like I feel like that was God's way of just showing me like, oh, this was just a like an affirmation of what you can do in the future. It wasn't even about that. It was just like wasn't even about being on the show with her or nothing. It was just like being able to take her to Atlanta, get her out of her job for a little bit, like that type of stuff that like still to this day means the world to me, and like show her something different and give her something to be proud of. You know what I mean? Like I can't take no credit for it. Like I always say, like that's all God. But oh look at my baby. You know what I mean? Like one of them moments. So that's a blessing, man, and I really cherish that. So yeah, it was cool, man. It was cool.
Yeah. Let's see. What do you do outside of music that keeps you inspired?
um I have a lot of conversations with people, like a lot. So I think like just my mentors, like we talk about life and the next steps, or even revisiting past stuff to learn from it. Reading, I read a lot. Like I'm an avid reader. I read all the time. Just learning about myself and praying and going to church, and I'm still human too. I go turn up too. Don't get twisted. Like
Yep.
I go have my fun respectfully, but like
Yep.
just experiencing life, man, enjoying stuff. Just meeting people and all that's inspiring to me. It's all experiences and stuff. Like I heard this quote. It was like, "Oh, you don't die with all your money and like all this other stuff, the stuff you gain, but you die with like the experiences and the people you meet and the loved ones and stuff like that." So that hit, and I just try to apply my life that same way, and thank God along the way. So yeah.
Okay, okay. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
um, Most definitely just a bigger expression of what's kind of going on now, like getting song placements for other artists, working with some of my favorite artists, being in TV shows and movies, and on every scale, like on big scale, on lower scale, like all of it. But definitely stuff like that. Like I'm kind of moving in towards that now, so that's the stuff I want to be doing, and branching off and doing other stuff. I want to make clothes. There's so much I want to do. Like
Yeah.
I want to do so much, and yeah, I think it can all coexist together. So I'm working towards it. We're getting
Okay.
there.
Okay, okay. Are there any upcoming projects or new music fans should look out for?
Yeah, most definitely. Um, I'm in a weird season right now making country music. So that kind of just came out of nowhere. And I'm gonna drop a country project. So an album of country songs. I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
And people might
okay.
not like it. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
it's nervous to me. Like I'm nervous about it, but it felt
Yeah.
right and I got some good feedback on it. So that um but for now, stuff that's already out, like I dropped a song called How I Feel About You that dropped in January. Um and yeah, just yeah, there's other artists I'm working with as well. I can't name drop at the moment, but there's some stuff
Okay.
that's gonna come up soon, and y'all definitely be seeing it. I'm gonna be posting about it. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
giving it to the world. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, okay. When did you get into country? Like, when did this spark? Like,
Great question.
yeah.
So I am from Oklahoma. If you've been to
Mhm.
Oklahoma, you know it's very country. I have both sides of the scale when it comes to family. Like,
Mhm.
I'm a biracial individual, but I listened to country music growing up. Like we used to always listen to country music. One song I clearly remember. It was one of the first songs I remember hearing was that Tim McGraw and Nelly song, over and over again, cause it's
Oh
all
yeah.
in my head. Yeah, that's one of the first songs I remember hearing. Next to like Justin Timberlake and like Timbaland and yeah, there was just yeah. But I don't know. To record it, it was different. I had an opportunity to get something on a show of sorts, and it's a country record, so it's really originally for somebody to sing it. But I was in here and I was making it, and I was like, hold on, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
And the first time I've recorded myself for years, like it's been like 11 years of recording. Like I've never stopped, and I've tried all types of stuff: trap, rap, R&B, singing, all
Yeah.
types of different stuff. And I actually like got emotional making these songs. Like I was sitting here like struggling, like tearing up, like ah. So that was different. I've never experienced that. So that was kind of like it's just I don't know. I hate when people be like, God told me to tell you. But like it felt like one of the moments, like it felt like, okay, just try it. And yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I love country music personally. I've been listening to it since I was young.
Oh,
I
fire.
really liked it. But I have like a wide range of music that I like, so I
Yeah.
think it's really cool when an artist like switches genres and stuff like that. I think that's
Yeah. For sure.
yeah.
That's fire. That's super
Yeah.
fire. Like I was on the phone with my friend earlier and he was like, it feels weird for some people when they switch up. Like if let's give an example. Like if like Chris Brown started hip hop rapping, not just like rapping, but like
Yeah.
boom bap rap. It'd be like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like not that he can't, but it just
Yeah.
I don't know. They were telling me it felt authentic, so I was like, dang, this really might be like tapping into the roots kind of moment.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know. That's fire though. I didn't know you like country music. That's what's up.
Yeah, I love country
It's,
music. When I seen you do, I was like, oh,
did you
that
like it?
actually
You can be
sounds
honest.
like
You won't hurt my
yeah.
feelings. Yeah, I'll be
No,
like,
it was actually good because it
fire.
honestly felt like you were like a country artist. Like it felt like very like you were in your element. So I thought it
Wow.
was I thought it was good.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank you. That's what's up.
do you see yourself like going into other genres that you haven't explored or
Um, at this point, like over the last 9 months, I've been working for a label and my mentor Pendrick, and man, we've touched everything from K-pop to pop to um, Lotto Records and
yeah.
a whole bunch of different stuff. I don't think like rock, like I'm talking about heavy metal. Like I don't know. I don't have like a love for that. I don't
Yeah.
hate it.
Yeah.
But like dislike it. And shout out to the rock folks. Y'all are
Yeah.
pioneers. Y'all the pioneers for real. We all
Yeah.
want to be rock stars, But like
Right.
I don't really feel like I haven't got there yet.
Yeah.
So but yeah,
Yeah.
we do a lot of different songs and stuff. Like even when I'm here alone, like I'll be in my room just like it's never the finished product here. It's like
Yeah.
just trying stuff. If it's cool, we'll take it to the studio or something. But yeah, we try a lot of different things.
Yeah. What was like the longest studio session you've ever had?
That's a awesome question. Oh wow.
I'm just asking questions at this point. It's not even on
Yeah.
the.
No, that's cool. Like I think that's more like that's cool. That's fire. Um, One I vividly remember was when I was living in Texas before I moved out here. It's 12 hours
Mhm.
straight. Not
12 hours?
yeah, 12 hours straight. We weren't on the phone chilling
Yeah.
or like, okay, bro, let's take a break. Let's
Yeah.
rest our ears. Like, nah, we just went straight at it. And like over the last 9 months, I would say the longest now, because I don't like working like that no more. Like, you need your ears to rest after 4 hour. I think 4 hour mark is like, give me 20 minutes and we're
Yeah.
straight. Like, but I definitely need to go get some food and I'm a little more picky now. But
Yeah.
that was probably the longest session I've had for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna ask some fun questions. It's not on
Cool.
the list
Shoot. Shoot.
because this
Shoot.
is a conspiracy theory channel. So, what
Okay.
are some of your favorite conspiracy theories
My
that you
favorite
think?
conspiracy. My favorite conspiracy. That's a great question. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Dang, I think I believe them. So I don't know. It's hard. I feel like I'll be believing them. I think that makes life
No, I
fun.
be believing them too, low key.
Uh, um, I think aliens and stuff like that is very intriguing. I get very intrigued. I can't imagine us being on a ball in the middle of nothing and there's nothing else.
And there's nothing.
Forever, you can't stop in
Yeah.
space. You just keep
Yeah.
going. There's something, bro.
There's gotta be
Or like
something.
you said, what's up?
I said there's gotta be something. I feel like they low key look like us though.
Yeah,
Weird. I don't think they look like how they say they look. I
yeah,
don't know.
no, I do too.
Yeah.
For sure. I think I don't know if it's a conspiracy or a theory. I guess it's the same thing. But like how they say there's parallels, like we
Yeah.
exist here and
Yeah.
then another planet, it's like happening
Yeah.
too. And that's why you feel deja vu. Like when you like
Yeah.
been here before. That's like the I don't
Yeah.
know. I really don't know. I think the ocean is very scary.
Oh yeah.
Like mermaids
Yeah.
and deer people
Yeah.
and
Dear people.
yeah, you never heard of the so in Oklahoma we had something called the deer woman.
Oh no. I'm not
Yeah,
going.
it's super scary. Like, and we lived in woods and stuff, so it's like out there. It's like the boondocks for real.
You seen it?
No,
Oh.
no, no. I was scared as a kid though. Like,
Okay.
I guess it's some woman that likes. It's kind of like a mermaid. Like she'll sing to you, and you'll be
Hmm.
attracted to it, and you just
Yeah.
roam off in the woods, and you never seen
Yeah.
again, kind of thing. So
Wow. That's
yeah, look up the deer woman. Look up the deer
I'm
woman. And see
definitely
what I'm
gonna
talking
look that up after this. Probably gonna go down a whole rabbit hole. We'll
about.
see. Um, let's see.
Yeah.
um, what's your favorite foods?
My favorite foods.
Mhm.
Um, So I just got back from Brazil a couple weeks ago, and I tried this. I don't even know the name of it. Oh, there's two. There's this fruit called guaraná,
Guaraná.
guaraná, and it's like it looks like an eye, but it tastes. Have you ever had like lychee before? Like the
No.
lychee, right? Okay. It's weird fruits, but
Yeah.
it's like red, and they make sodas out of it out there.
Yeah.
And I tried the actual fruit, and I was like, "Damn, this is actually really good." Oh, excuse my language. Dang, this is actually really good.
You're good.
Um, Chicken tikka masala, Indian food.
Mhm.
I love Indian food. Philly cheesesteaks. Philly cheesesteaks is smack.
Yeah. I've
Um,
never had one.
you never had a Philly cheesesteak?
I'm
No,
terrified
stop playing.
of it.
Oh no!
I'm
So it's a
terrified.
steak. It's like
It's fake.
provolone cheese with the red
Okay.
bell peppers and onions. You like stuff like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you would. Yeah,
It's
just
just the
one
ones
time.
I've seen here in Georgia look a little funny, so
Mm.
I was like, I don't know if
Under-
I should try this.
Yeah, you got to go to like. You have Jimmy John's out there,
I think so.
or
Um,
like Jersey Mike's.
yeah, we have Jersey Mike's. Yeah.
Go to Jersey Mike's and get a Philly cheesesteak and say Jordan told me
Oh,
to come here
all
and get a
right.
Philly cheesesteak. Make it the best way you can because I'm scared.
Yeah.
And yeah, you'll rock with it. I feel like I just went over like my favorite foods the other day.
Mhm.
I love steak and like seafood, and
Yeah.
I'm not picky for real. I'm not picky,
I'm
so
pretty picky,
I
but
had some in Brazil, bro. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got I like lasagna. It's cool if it's made well. It's very good. But it was an eggplant lasagna. I couldn't read none of it. It's in Portuguese. So I was like, "Oh, lasagna." I just seen the picture, so I'm like, "Okay,
yeah.
bet." Bruh, I've never like get sick over food, but I took a big bite and it was cheese that like did this, but it was goopy. It wasn't even good though. Like I literally was like,
Oh my,
"I'm gonna
that
throw
sounds
up."
nasty.
Yeah, no, it was actually yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Oh my, oh my God, that sounds awful. What's like, your favorite place you've traveled to?
Favorite place I've traveled to, definitely Brazil. Definitely
Just in,
Brazil. Definitely Brazil. I could go live in Brazil for
yeah,
sure. Like, the ego is different when you leave the country. Like, here, and it's just normal. It's not even like a bad or a good thing. It's just here we think in terms of like status and what you do and what you don't do and what you did. Like, it's all of that. That when you go out there, you just like, oh, people actually enjoy life and like people like love each other and people actually are very community based. Um, you know, like when I went out there, bro, I didn't spend over $200 and did everything I wanted to do every day.
yeah.
So like here our dollar's like $1 and their dollar to our dollar is 17 cents. So like you go over there and use a dollar. Like I took like 12-mile Ubers, it was 2.99.
$2.99.
2.99. I was go to the store, get my little Jack and Cokes. I like to drink on occasion. So I go get my Jack and Cokes, my little chips, all this stuff. I get my snacks. It was like $5 for all of that. That's crazy. Cause I live in LA. Like
Yeah, I
that's a
know.
cool 13.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you
I
been
know
here.
the
So,
prices.
like
Oh, God.
it just was crazy. I was like, dang, like you could pay off if you saved up some money, you can go out there and live for a few years and like,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah,
what you would pay 1 year here to live. And it was just really cool. And the people looked like us, you know.
yeah,
You have light skins all the way to like really dark skinned people. Have white folks. It's everybody.
yeah,
Um, but it was just really cool, man. Very welcoming and foreign. Everybody spoke Portuguese, so I'm like translating with everybody, and they were cool. Like,
yeah.
met some friends and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Okay,
What about you?
okay.
Have you traveled a lot? Have you been in the States? Have you been out the country?
I the farthest I've gone is like the Bahamas.
Fire.
Um, I love it out there. It's so nice. And then I've been like, so when I moved to California, we drove from California to Georgia.
Oh,
Like,
that's a
so
deep.
yeah.
Wow. What's that
So
like? 23 hours, something like that.
it was like a couple days because we kept
Yeah.
stopping, but it was like one of the best things and scary because it was like
Oh yeah.
snowing and rain and like we were about to drive off the side of the mountain. It was a whole bunch. But
Dang, that's that's crazy. You go through Oklahoma, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we
that's what's up.
stopped.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh my God, I love it here. My mom was like, why do you like Oklahoma? I'm like, I don't know. The vibe, I don't know.
it's
I really like
beautiful.
the vibe. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was like,
it's a beautiful place.
yeah, it was nothing there, but like,
Facts, facts.
I was like, I like this. And like coming from LA, I'm like, this is like really like, it's quiet. Like,
Yeah,
so yeah.
yeah.
How do you like living in Los Angeles?
Oh, I love it. It's home. It's
Yeah.
home. Like I love it here. I'm not going nowhere unless it's God's plan for me to leave. But up
Yeah.
until then, I don't want to go nowhere. I love it.
Yeah.
I love the valley.
Hmm.
Um, I lived in East LA when I first moved here. That was kind of rough. Um, but like I love it, man. You can go down the street and feel like you're in a whole different country,
Hmm.
or just the diversity of everything. Someone said this the other day, and I was like, "Dang, that's so true." It's like California and the rest of the U.S.
Yeah.
It's like its own little ecosystem
Yeah.
here,
It
and it's like,
is.
dang, that's actually really cool. My
Yeah.
fault. I'm gonna put the hoodie on. My fault,
You're
but I'm
good.
listening.
um, what else was I gonna say? Oh my God, I'm running out of questions.
You guys mean anything? You
Jeez.
know,
Um,
we listen. We don't judge.
um, how has your relationship with God grown? Like, have you always been like really close, or like did it just start? Or like,
Um, That's a great question too. Um, I grew up in church. Like my dad's a pastor and stuff, but we would always do like home service. So like we would have all my friends from school and my brothers and sisters' friends come over, and we'd have teen time. And
mhm.
so I definitely grew up in the Word. I definitely grew up like learning scripture and stuff like that. My mother's a Buddhist, so it's very like I got to learn that side of things too, like meditation and reading and you know. how to treat people and learn about yourself and shadow work and all this stuff. So, um, the first thing I really wanted to do when I was 12 was be a psychologist. That's my first thing I really wanted to be because I was like, I would always look up on YouTube, like, oh, how to be more confident, or like, oh, how to get a girl. You know what I mean? Like, I'll
Me
be looking up all
too. I
types.
used to
Yeah,
look.
for real. Like, how to date. How do I,
Yeah.
like, not have weird eye contact? Like, I would
Yeah.
always look up stuff, you know, and it's just real. Like,
Yeah.
and all that is behavior based, and, you know, but the spiritual side of it, like, when I moved here, it just COVID happened. Like I moved here like 3 weeks before COVID, so that shut everything down. Um, so I don't know. I just feel like it was a spiritual desert. Growing from a southern hospitality state where you're walking down the street, you wave at people driving, and hey, how you doing? Good. How are you doing? Good. Like that's the lingo coming out here. You be like, hey, how you doing, man? And somebody just look at you, don't even say nothing. You be like, you know,
Yeah.
your spirit is
Yeah.
messed up,
Yeah.
but it's just learning about the different places you're in. And God just spoke to me my entire life. Like I can't ignore it if I wanted to, and I just stopped being disobedient to it. But like, man, I can't take credit for anything. I really can't. I'll go to church. Like my most recent, I'll tell you about the most recent thing that happened.
Yes.
Um, I went to a church out here called Oasis. It's a great church. It really is. And I was 10 minutes late. I went with my friend. We were 10 minutes late. So we're all the way in the rafters at the back of the church, like in the back of the back. So I'm like, dang, like, whatever, we're here. I like to audio record it just so I can listen to it later.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, dang, I felt that. But then I'm telling you, I have ADHD, so I'll forget. Um, so it's my first time at this church. My friend was like, okay, like, it's the middle of service. She's like, I'm gonna walk you down. And I was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, sure, why not? The second I walked into the church, though, I felt this lump in my throat. Like, oh, I gotta cry today. I'm
Yeah.
crying today. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen. So I just let it happen. Whatever. I'm tearing up, not sobbing, but grown man tears. I still gotta
Yeah.
do it. I started to keep my thug going just a little bit.
Right.
So we started walking up. He didn't call anybody up. By the time we get downstairs, he started calling people up, and everybody. I'm talking about everybody on the front. It's a cool, at least 500 people. We all start walking up. Um, he started talking to a pastor that's finna pastor the church in a couple weeks. Him and his wife, and like something in my spirit, like I told you, I hate when people say God told me to tell you or God told me to. Like I hate when people just use that loosely. But I really did feel like God was like, don't like hide your face, like don't try to cry and like keep your head down, like sit up tall, be proud, and like just wear this proudly. So I had my eyes closed. We sat there in silence for like maybe 3 minutes, and like right when I opened my eyes, the pastor looking at me. And he's like, what a man of God you are. He was like, I just see this charisma about you and something like God has told me to talk to you. So I sit here, ask my name, where I'm from, what I do, and first time at the church, all this stuff. And he was like, yeah, man, but I still see a lot of pain in you, man. I don't know what it is. You have charisma, but there's something in your spirit that you're working through. And that made me even more like, I'm trying to get my life together.
Yeah.
So he like put his hand on me and prayed on me. He was like, look, man, we're not doing baptisms, but you're gonna come next week and we're gonna fill the water just for you. We're gonna baptize you. This is crazy. Like this is God, bro. I'm like, I can't run away from it, man. I can't run away from it. I'm not that I want to, but I just can't like ignore it. And every time I like step into something like that, just those things happen. And like the next week, sure enough, they took me back and baptized me. I thought it was gonna be like a private thing. Nah, they put me out for everybody. They was like, go
Yeah.
ahead,
Right.
out for everybody. I'm like, God, I see what you're doing. I'm gonna just accept it. I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been moments like that where I've been astray. I'll go live my life and thinking I'm doing everything myself. And yeah, I came from the mud. I did this on my own. And it's like, nah, bro. Like, I can't. I ain't do nothing. And I'm not anything without God. So I don't force it in people's face. But I definitely make it a point to tell people where I'm from. You know? Sorry. I told you I got ADHD. You got to reel me in sometimes. I can keep going.
No, no, it's good, it's good, it's good. Um, oh, I meant to ask, what advice would you give to young artists trying to break into the industry?
I did give like a little note on that. Um, oh yeah, so like be your biggest fan completely. Like you might be the only one commenting on your own post for a couple years. Like
Yeah.
be your biggest fan. Send it to everybody. Love what you do, and like don't ever worry about numbers. Don't ever get caught up in like, and really advice, to be honest, like take advice very loosely. I feel like the less calculated you are, the more stuff seems to work, which is kind of strange. But like, yeah, just believe in it. Like, there's a scripture where it's like, be childlike at heart. You know what I mean? Be a child with what you believe in. Like, have that sense of wonder, that sense of curiosity. Um, don't be bittered by life experiences and stuff like that. Just be free with it, whatever that is. Like,
Yeah.
just believe in yourself for a whole bunch and keep going, keep going. Jay-Z said, he was like, you only got to be right once. So that's really real. Like, you know, you might go through years of just like when I first started doing this music in general, I was tagging JD a
Yeah.
thousand times on every post I did.
Yeah.
It didn't work for months, like months and months and months, but I kept doing it, you know. And I think God only gave me that experience to show me like, oh, you can do this for the rest of your life. Like no matter what you're doing, you're trying to get a new job or a new relationship with people or whatever, like just don't give up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cliche, but it's some real spill in there, you know.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming on this podcast. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys like, comment, and follow him on everything.
Yeah.
Go stream his music. And I will see you guys next time.
Thank you so much. Big love to you.